have several circles. I don't talk to everybody every day, but I'm intentional about making sure I know what's going on, even if it's connected through someone else.
Yeah.
You know?
But I think you said something really key there, right? You have to assess what the
Yeah,
friendship actually means. Because if they're at the point where they want to break up, that
they don't
they
want
recognize that this friendship is not worth my time or effort, right? Because it takes effort to continue to be
Effort.
friends and to stay true to a
absolutely.
friendship, regardless if you talk, often or a little less often. So they have to really assess what the friendship means to them and if they actually want it anymore. And listen, if one or both of them are at the point where they're like, no, this is not worth it, then it's not worth trying to put the stress on the two people to try to continue a relationship that either one or both of them don't want, right?
Right.
So because then that just creates more tension between the two people
Right.
that's not
And
necessary.
both of y'all said those two magic words: intention and effort.
Mm-hmm.
Friendship is each person should get something out of every interaction.
Yeah.
And it's a back and forth. And if one person or both aren't making the effort anymore, then that's a different story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Say you just don't know how to connect, and that happens too because you've grown, you changed, your views on life has changed. I think that's then conversation, because that's growth. I don't agree with Lamont on everything he does, but we have conversation. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying this is a friendship as opposed to marriage, but any relationship requires discussion. It requires like assuming the person is growing all the time. You're not going to be that same person. So I think it's appreciating everybody's growth, because when one grows, the other one has the opportunity to grow. You know what I'm saying? And we grow in community. So I think there's an opportunity to assess, is this just us growing? I don't believe, to your point, in growing apart. I think the growing apart is just not being sensitive to people growing. Okay, you're not the same person you were. I'm not the same person I was 2 years ago, much less 5 years ago.
Right.
So it's appreciating the changes that we make in our lives, and and celebrating that.
Yeah.
So I think maybe the friendship might have to go through a little sometimes, conversation, arguments, and fights are good.
Sometimes they are. Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Agreed. Agreed. Well, everyone out there, we also want to tackle the hot topics. So, as most of you know, we have Kamala Harris, Vice President Kamala Harris, on the Democratic ticket as the front runner for our Democrats, right? And there is a scheduled debate for next Tuesday evening at 9 p.m. I know I am going to be in front of the television after
You're not going to be on Fem Talk?
After Fem Talk.
Oh, okay.
I will be in front of the television because I really want to see this debate. And there's question out there if Donald Trump is even going to do the debate.
Show up, right.
If he's going to show up and what the rules are around that. So we'll see what happens there.
Presidential pool. We need to take bets.
Right. What are you two expecting from this debate?
Ooh. I'm expecting her to shut him down for every single time he says something ignorant out of his mouth. And not to the point where she's arguing, but I'm totally negating that you're saying something empty-headed, which is almost everything. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to continue to orate the way that I know that I can.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, you're talking about, a lot of people don't want to admit this. This is a well-educated woman. Yes. Who very well, she's a lawyer. So she, lawyers, doctors, they have an ability to speak the language at a different level. Mm-hmm. And she knows how to make it as simple as she needs to, or as complex. When you saw her ask questions to many people that came before her, even in her role, as she was a senator, right? Was she a senator? Yes, she was a senator.
Yes, she was a senator.
So even in that role, her ability to have people, to ask those questions that she knows how to ask questions. She knows how to talk.
Mm-hmm.
And she's not one to go to the point where his simplicity is going to catch up to him. The level of ignorance he walks with, ignorance is a choice, and he has chosen not to educate himself on so many different things, and he's hoping that people will still allow him to deflect everything and not actually debate it. A lot of things he blames her for, they took over from him. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people is trying to pin that on the last, this current administration, and it's not them. They took over from a broken system. The country was falling apart because of COVID. He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything with the border. The walls he put up barely had no effect, just spent more money of taxpayers' dollars, did not create any systems around it. It just, like, everything he speaks of, there has been the one thing he was effective at, which is the one thing this country is about to really hold him accountable for, is the justices he put in the Supreme Court. And how they took away Roe versus Wade. So that, and people are not happy about that. That's right. His lack of vocabulary. I don't even think he's going to know half the words she's going to give you.
Exactly. I'm waiting for that part of it, right? Because, understandably, she can articulate all of the points. She understands the issues, right? She's been in politics long enough to be able to communicate what is actually happening, right? And what is on her ticket and what she feels needs to be done in this country. So I can't wait until she starts to speak facts. She and I were having this conversation before, and I noticed that CNN started doing this. And I was saying to her, I wish that they would do a summary after the debate is over to let you know what is actually fact and what is actually
all the facts. Yes, they did start doing that.
CNN did a good job of summarizing what's actually true and what's not. Because the American public needs to know that. Because when the two candidates are standing there, we don't know exactly what's true and what's not unless we go dig for it, right? So I'm going to say to everyone out there, take a look at the fact checking after the debate is over also. Don't just run with what one candidate says out of their mouth.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly. But we do know that she has a lot more experience in this area than, number 45.
But overall, just experience. And he stands on a platform of entertainment. That is his premise. Regardless of what he's thinking, he's offering, he stands on the premise of entertainment. So he wants to engage you and to pay attention to him, regardless of whether what he's saying is fact or even helpful. He wants to entertain. People want that.
But Shima, I don't think he's I don't think he's doing that. I don't think it's entertainment he's going for. He is going for look at me, listen to me. I'm the Almighty. It's not entertainment for him. He really wants people to bow down.
Not for him.
It is entertaining though.
It's entertaining. It can be entertaining.
Right.
But his intention is not entertainment. I don't think it's entertainment.
I agree with
that. I don't think he's doing it for himself. I think he knows if I give you something to gnarl on, then I will keep your attention for the moment or for longer than that. So it's the feeding of the chaos. It's all the stuff that people love, the gossip television, the gossip TV. I mean, trash talking television, all the things that he could throw at you that will entertain you and entrap you in his conversation. That's what he does. Regardless of whether he entertaining.
This is definitely an opponent that he will not be able to overpower or overshadow. So that's what I'm looking forward to too. And God bless the current president, but with the last debate, right? He overshadowed him with just the loud speaking, and it wasn't anything meaningful,
and
but it's just
antagonized.
because he was loud, right? And he overspoke, right? So he overshadowed the current president. So I can't wait for this debate to happen, because I believe that she's not going to let that take place.
Yeah. I just hope she doesn't allow, like, she's good at controlling her emotions. So I think it's control of her emotions, and just be presidential. She's the vice president, and to stand tall in it. If she stands tall in it, I don't think he has a shot in what. To over, just because, like you said, it's just the comments and all that stuff, and that can piss you off, that can turn you off. But at the end of the day, people are not looking for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope.
So listen, we were on sabbatical when the Olympics took place. So I want to ask you, ladies, and I'm going to start with mine. It was girl power for me for this particular Olympics. So of course, I was looking forward to Simone Biles coming back, and she did show up and show out this year. So super excited. And I love we were talking about this the other day too, but love the connection between her and Snoop Dogg on the sidelines. Just seemed like a fun new friendship that they formed. But Simone Biles, of course, I was looking for Sha'Carri Richardson, who came out and did her thing also. And then also Katie Ledecky. Yeah, exactly. And Katie Ledecky, for her swim competition, boy, she tore it up too. So, and she has made history. So I say girl power. I was watching all the women. So those were my three favorites.
I hate to say it. I was looking at all the color. It was so much melanin. It was so much melanin out there. I was just like, oh yes, there's some, and there's some, and there's some, and we're winning all of it. I was just so proud. I was so proud, and I'm normally not basing anything on race, because that's just not my thing. But I was so happy to see it. I was ecstatic. I can't. I'm grinning now.
I was actually. It became this like when it was over, I was almost like a little sad. I was, what am I gonna do now? I was the full 2 weeks every day, literally waking up at 6 o'clock and putting on. I watched, you name it. I watched whatever they had on, and it was even in the car, because I have the Peacock app. So when we got in the car, I would I'll put whatever on the race. We're on the turnpike.
You weren't driving, right?
No, I wasn't driving. I wasn't driving, but I enjoyed everything. Like, you're right, Simone Biles, Jordan Childs. Shout out to Jordan Childs. That foolishness they're doing to her. I'm glad that she has moved on. And let me tell you something. You won that bronze, girl. It is yours, regardless of what people say. You won that. I mean, her, Suni Lee. They would, even Superman on the men's gymnastics. I could go on and on. Women's and men's basketball, best in the world, gold medalist. And you're right, Sha'Carri Richardson. You had the look that she gave that girl.
Yeah.
And the 4x4 was everything. Bye, girl. Bye.
But in the end, we can't dismiss the powerhouse from St. Lucia. No, she was a powerhouse. I want to say something about her too, because she came out and said that she saw herself winning the gold medal.
Yes,
and she did it. And
if you saw the celebration in her country, it was phenomenal. Those are those heartwarming parts of the Olympics that you fall in love with new people.
Yes.
The gymnast from Brazil, her name just escapes me. Come on, Nick. What's her name? I love her. When Simone and Jordan bowed down to her, I thought that was everything in showmanship. It just showed how beautiful, just this sport is, and
Yeah.
Simone and everything you were saying on that. Look, before I get to the break dancer, wait. Before I get to the break dancer,
No,
other
no.
pieces was the swimming was amazing.
Mm.
I watched ping pong was amazing. Okay, if you watch those ping pong events, I mean, oh my God, did y'all see them with the swimming dude Michael Jackson, the moonwalk?
Oh yes, yes, yes.
There yes, Becca
Angela.
Andrade.
Rebecca
I mean,
Andrade.
she was amazing with Olympics. With the I could tell you about every sport because I watched it all. I watched it all. From the sword things, I keep on getting that wrong. I know the swords, you know. The fencing, there you go. All of it was amazing. You know, I was so proud of America. I do have some, you know, some improvements though for 2024, and some improvements.
Yeah,
We're not talking about break dances because that's just like
no.
So my improvements are they got to figure out men basketball 3-on-3. Y'all got to figure out how you're going to get the NBA into that one. That was stupidness. Why are we paying so little money to our winners? That's embarrassing. Break dancing. We invented break dancing. Why are we not being represented in break dancing? The woman made an embarrassment of the sport, so much so now the sport ain't in 2028. That's an embarrassment.
Right.
They need to bring the real thing back. There is really good break dancing. And what she did, I don't know what her motives were, but you don't come to Olympics to show out. In a sense, we're embarrassed. You don't come to make a point. You come to win. You come to represent your country and represent them with everything you got. Doesn't mean you win. It means you won because you showed up and you did your best. She knew that wasn't her best. And that is not the Olympic spirit, period. And I think what she did was embarrass Australia because she should never have done that. And that was an embarrassment for them.
Wow.
Boom.
I did not want to see it. I was upset that I saw a very small snippet of it and I was like, nope, not watching that anymore. Not even watching the full thing.
Not even
I watched a snippet of the qualifiers, you know, the very beginning.
Yes.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
No, thank
you. Let me say this.
So no on breakdancing.
No breakdancing.
What happened?
No breakdancing, Shima.
No on breakdancing.
Nope, no. I don't want it. I don't want that kind.
What I did do, let me show you what I did do because I really did enjoy. I enjoyed the Olympics. So guess what Melissa did? I got into the pins also. So I actually bought me some pins. This is the GOAT. I got the GOAT Team USA. Got my Team USA pin. I got my USA, I think USA Paris pin. I got the combined pin with USA and France. And I believe this is, I got the Eiffel Tower. I am in the mail is my Snoop pin that will be coming also, just to say. Because Snoop was the Olympics.
If I had to talk about something that highlighted,
he
it would be that.
He definitely was.
Yeah.
He had a ball.
He helped make it exciting.
Blast everywhere.
Yeah. Absolutely.
He really did.
In other news, ladies, other hot topics, we have the Bennifer. Bennifer, as they called them years ago, is now broken up again after 2 years of marriage. J-Lo and Ben Affleck have decided to part ways once again. I have to say, this has been popping up like just when I open Google, right? Like on my phone, it's just been popping up stories about J-Lo and Ben. And I have to say, this go around, more than I've seen her through any other breakup, she looks so stressed out to me. This is my opinion.
Oh, you think she's stressed out?
I think she looks stressed out. I think she's wearing it in her face, even though she's out and about and she's doing things. She looks like she is stressed out to me. That's just my opinion. But every time I look at her and I look at the pictures, there's just something different about her now. to me. So I don't know.
A little bit of the opposite. I thought she looked like more together in the sense where, oh, been there, done that, kind of thing. I don't know. Poor Jenny from the block. I think she tried love so many times, and I think she also deemed herself a hopeless romantic. So she's always looking for this level of love that I don't know if it's more fantasy love she's looking for. Is she even looking for a real relationship? I think she's still looking for something that when these men get with her, they're not ready to give her. She's one. It's hard to put, unless I'm just going to put it out there. It is hard for a very famous, powerful woman to now find the right match. They have to almost not match her fame, but kind of she wants Disneyland. Yeah, I think they don't match. I think relationships work when one of the partners, it's almost the opposite relationship. They're not as famous. They're not in this. Only one person can share the limelight type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Either you're gonna stay at home or I'm staying at home. You're gonna be the star and I'll be the caretaker at home, vice versa. And it's hard for two competing, especially if the woman is the stronger of the partnership in regards to who sees them. Rumors have it that he was upset that she made this movie about their love letters and their love life, and he was like, that's not what I'm in the game for. I'm in it just to be. So
it wasn't really about their love life, though. It was about her love life, like all of her experiences. It went through her life.
It was hers,
not theirs together. But I will say this, because there are some opposing stories out there, and I don't know what she's looking for, because we've seen her, get married and break up and have relationships and break up. But there are stories out there that kind of talk about her character and how she's just not a nice person. So I wonder how much of that filters over into her relationship, because from what I understand from the stories that are out there, I'm gonna put my air quotes up, right? Because I don't know if they're true or not, but from what I understand, she does not treat people who are not at her status with respect, right? And kindness. So this is just stories that are out there. This is allegedly, right? Absolutely allegedly, because I don't know how true that is. Right. I'm just wondering if there's some truth to it, number one. Number two, how much of that type of behavior spills over into her relationship.
Into it. But I think it's that balance that, understanding how to deal with somebody. And many famous people have said this. It is hard not to be a pill to be dealt with when you have that level of fame. You are accustomed to people serving you, taking care of you, doing what you say. And I'm not saying it's right. Hear me. I'm not saying it's right. It's just, there's always a cost for the different lives we live, right? And the life in the fame is one of servitude to everybody that's in their head beneath them. And I think that's the kind of thing, that's what I'm talking about when you have that, and let me say the flip. So the other thing that just came out was Adele is taking a hiatus. She said, you won't see me for a long time because I want to live the life I have worked to get. She just got engaged to her longtime boyfriend, and she wants life. She doesn't. And she doesn't, that's and she has the fame, but she's willing to give up that seat. And that's the difference. We're talking, that's what I mean. She's like, but I can't be the best mate wife if I do this like this. I can't be singing and doing all this stuff and going around the world and then also be your wife.
Yeah.
And the mom.
Down, and I'm gonna be your wife, and I'm gonna be married to you and live. That's what I'm talking about. If you're not willing to make those kind of sacrifices, no relationship is gonna make it.
Yeah. And you got to be able to strike a balance somewhere, right? Even if she wanted to continue to sing, maybe it's not at the same level as it used to be, but you have to strike that balance, because there there's always going to be like, you know, a little bit of a tug of war, push and pull, right? Trying to figure out how do you manage, you know, being a wife and a mother. I'm going to say that on the women's side of things, and being this career woman, entertainer, entrepreneur, whatever it is, right? It's always a balance, always a balance.
Always a balance, but
Yeah.
you know, we have to understand it's not, like I said, then that means the other mate decides to take a different position in the relationship. So they're the stability in the home, they're the stability, you know, with the children, they're the stability that keeps the house and the home working. And you see those relationships and you see them, they last for a very long time. How many famous people have you seen take a step out of their fame and you don't see them for years because they're building a life?
Right.
You can't build a life and then do and then be superstar famous person. It's very hard. So you see when people come out and, you know, they drop out of the scene and then they come back, and that's what it takes to have a real relationship. And I think she's not, to your point, then she's not ready for that. She still wants to be Jenny on the block. You know what I'm saying? Money. So,
like I said, stop marrying everybody.
It's a hopeless romantic. She's probably going to have a boyfriend in a month or two.
But have a boyfriend. Have the boyfriend. Have all the boyfriends. Stop marrying everybody.
She wants marriage. I don't blame her for that. Judge Mathis said the same
blame her
thing
for
about his
wanting
wife.
it.
I don't blame that she wants this. You know what
somebody not wanting
it. It comes with a sacrifice. Who's going to sacrifice what? And that's where it kind of the rubber meets the road, I think, thing.
Somebody's not wanting it.
Well, you heard it from the one person on here that's been married for over 30 years. So we're going to take that advice. We are going to take that advice. And Ned White just brought up another hot topic that we didn't have, but yes, Judge Mathis and his I think his wife has filed for divorce, and he came out publicly and said that he wants to stay in his marriage. So we'll see how that unfolds and have more to come on that as the story unfolds. But we also, for our last hot topic, and we're going to come to this when we come back from a commercial break. Let's take a quick commercial break, and then we will be right back, everyone. And we are back. So for our last hot topics, we see that the Braxtons now have a new reality show out, minus, unfortunately, one sister whose name was actually Tracy. But they are minus a sister. So I have not watched it yet. But listen, you know, if they can come back and, you know, have a lot to share and want to share with the world, why not? Why not do it again? So we'll see what unfolds there. I don't know if the two of you have had an opportunity to watch the show. So please, you know, feel free to give your opinion.
I saw some of the clips. This show, it's actually quite a bittersweet shows to watch, because they show a lot of their last moments with their sister Tracy. You actually see her, you know, towards the end of her life, and that, you know, knowing how vivacious she was before the cancer and watching her in that state it's sad. It's very sad. And they did say they were dedicating this season to celebrate her life. So it does have a totally different take on it that you're used to seeing in the Braxtons. But as you can imagine, there's still a lot of controversy. Um, the ladies are still the Braxtons, and I'll just say there's still foolishness and shenanigans that they bring into the mix. But it's hard to kind of stomach it when you see that they're also experiencing a loss.
Yeah.
They're living their last moments with their sister. Kudos to the mom. Mom is so strong, and Tamar Tamar is still just Tamar, always talking about how she's the last, never the forgotten sister, and nobody pays attention to her. They have all these. I mean, Tamar is still Tamar, but and Tony is not in it a lot. So those are the few pieces you got from a little pieces I've seen. And again, I think you're right. I think it is a good idea for them to come back, and clearly, if you come back. But it is a sad component to it because they do show their sister Tracy a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow. Well, we wish them well as they are, mourning their sister and celebrating her at the same time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For sure. For
Absolutely.
sure.
So, ladies, since we were on sabbatical, what has everybody been up to during the month sabbatical when we came back for season 4, continuation of season 4, she.
I was rushing y'all. I was excited.
Yes, you were. So I have done a little bit of travel, just enjoying my son being out of school. He's had some concerns going on, so dealing with that as well. But just being mom and enjoying life and being an entrepreneur and enjoying that as well, and allowing things to happen as they are supposed to. So I've just been enjoying life, honestly. And you know what? And I was saying this before, just a couple of months back. Other than being concerned about my child, of course, because that's numero uno for me. But I'm not stressing about stuff anymore. When I first became an entrepreneur, it was a lot of stress for me, just trying to figure out going from being an employee to being an entrepreneur and how to navigate everything. And God always has a way of working things out, and things are working out. So I'm grateful for that. And even I'm not even exactly where I thought I was going to be when I started all of this, but I'm where I'm supposed to be right now. So, and I'm not stressed about anything. So that's the part that I'm loving, and I'm grateful, really, really, really grateful for. So grateful. It's a little overwhelmingly grateful, to be honest with you, but God just has a way of doing things and showing up, and as life continues, I am, and I've said this, and I was telling my son this the other day. I was like, I am going to be like Betty White. I'm not laying anything down until the day I die. It doesn't mean I won't be in corporate America, right? Because that's not where I want to be, first of all. But I'm not going to stop. Like, I can't see myself stopping. I want to constantly stay in motion in something, and that will continue to change and evolve. But I was thinking about that the other day. Like, I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop until, God tells me to leave here. I just, want to continue to do more for myself and relax and travel as well. But I don't want to stop doing something productive ever.
Amen. I agree.
Yeah.
I don't think we're supposed to.
Yeah.
I think we're supposed to use the gifts that God gives us in every season of our lives.
Yeah.
And there's something to be done regardless of age. Where you find yourself, there's something to always be done.
Yeah.
So I applaud you. Yes. And I love the idea of entrepreneurship. Like you, Tracy, I think we kind of came out and tried and did the entrepreneurship thing at the same time. And you're right. I know I stressed out a lot about this whole thing. And this is, I'm at a new point of the entrepreneur where I actually have employees of the company now.
Yes.
I have people that work, well, really more contractors, but I hire contractors to do some of the work now. And I, you know me, I believe in writing your goals, your passion down, doing your vision board every year. And I am watching God do exactly what I put on my vision board in terms of growing the company. So I am so excited.
That's right.
I am so excited about that.
Yeah.
The clients, it's a good thing because the clients are appreciating what I bring to the table. You know, I was just told somebody today, you pay me to think. And when I said that, I had to laugh at myself. It's like, but I get it. I get it now. And my thoughts and what I'm going to bring to the table, they don't get it. They don't get it until I come to the table. And that's why they're hiring me. So I'm appreciative that
boom to that
out there. Right. I'm appreciative that the word is out there that if you want somebody that knows their thing, call this person, call Dr. Simmons. And that is something I never saw happening in that sense. But when it happens now, I give all glory to him because he's the one that saw this journey. I never saw the journey. He saw it. Yeah. So now it's just unfolding, and I'm appreciative. I'm even more appreciative of the people I'm able to help because one of my models is that we won't fail, period. And I'm watching people being hit with a lot of stuff, but we ain't gonna fail. So how we fix it? And that is helping. So I'm excited about the business. I'm very excited about that. I'm excited to your point too about I enjoyed August. It went so fast. I don't even know where it came and went from, but I was still on the high from, like I said, I enjoyed the Olympics. That was a big part of it. And the camaraderie. I mean, last week, this weekend, so we went right from the Olympics to football because it's football season. So we just did fantasy football picks. And I'm telling you, I was not happy on Sunday. I'm telling you the truth. I was not a happy camper. I got the 7th pick. I went 7th in both of the drafts I was in. So I did not get my McCaffrey, who brought it home for me last year. I did not get him again. So, but I built with a new team. So we'll see. But hey, so I'm enjoying stuff, doing what I want to do, which is a blessing. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. One more thing. I started a podcast.
Yes. Yes. We can put the
She said, wait, I forgot.
We can put the link up. Put the link up for the podcast.
Link up. Girl, what's up the podcast with Dr. Melissa Simmons? I'm so excited. I've been enjoying it tonight. Today I did episode 7, I believe. I think we posted episode 6 today, and I'm loving every step of it. It is fun. I've had 2-3 guests so far. I had to wait till Fem Talk started up to get my 2 ladies up there because we gotta go. We gotta do this thing now. But I can't wait to do our crossover shows for this. This is just it's exciting, and it's all based on the Girl Bossed Up 30-day journal. It's all every episode we take a day and we deal with the day. I let everybody know that it's a 30-day journal that I did over 5 years of my life. So there's a lot of content in doing this. So and both you and Tracy, y'all is part of this journal creation. So Shima, Tracy, there's days that talks about our friendships and what we've done together. And I'm looking forward to having you both on the show.
Yay. You need the bell. Ring the bell. Ring the bell.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Oh, here it goes.
Fine. I know. Well, the end of the summer was great. And well, there's a little delay, so you guys, I'm gonna be stopping, but I enjoy my summer all the time. But August,
hot girl summer. Go ahead, girl.
That is my plan. I'm telling you, this side of 50. I told one of my girlfriends, I speak in terms of this side of 50. So this side of 50, I choose to do. I've always chosen to do it, but I choose to do things that bring me more joy than anything else, and I choose less to deal with stress. So, of course, I travel quite a bit. You guys know I had quite a few trips this summer. My girlfriend got married on a boat. I did my family reunion. I went on another boat with another set of my family and my bestie there. I just left my bestie yesterday, honestly. We were down there having a very, very fun, very impromptu girls' weekend. We just look at my Facebook page and you'll see the pictures soon. We had a blast. Yeah. Closed out August in a very colorful, I'll give you a hint, a very colorful way. It was so much fun. That's really my catch up. You know me, I'm still working. I don't think I said that I launched a travel business. I say that with hesitation. No. All of you who know me know that I don't like to be pushed into anything entrepreneurial unless it feels good to me. And of course, this feels good to me because why? Travel. It feels good to me. And I think one of the bigger trips that I'm looking forward to help plan is my nephew who is graduating next year, and he wants to go to Europe. So we are in the process of that. So just fun stuff, just good feeling stuff that just makes me feel good. I'm still searching for a job, and I wanted to say that because Tracy said something earlier about still having joy, joyful moments, still enjoying yourself, even though you're working hard and you're being an entrepreneur and you have these stresses, these things that happen in your life, unexpected things that happen in your life. I don't choose not to work. I just haven't found the right job yet. But it doesn't mean I'm going to stop having fun. It doesn't mean I'm going to stop living.
That's right.
And I just hope that is a lesson to anyone out there who is going through something and figure, I'll wait till this is over to enjoy my life or to thank God or be grateful for what I do have. You don't wait till it's over. Because sometimes those valleys are really, really deep and really, really long.
Yeah. And listen,
don't wait.
Listen, we need to be in motion. God never said to sit and just wait.
Absolutely.
Right? When we're moving, God is moving.
That's right.
So that's another thing I was talking to my son about. But when we're moving, God is moving. We got to constantly stay in motion and things will start to happen. Don't sit idle for anything. Keep moving, keep moving, keep going, keep pressing, keep pushing, keep fighting. Right? It's all going to be worth it in the end. Doesn't mean that you won't have stresses or challenges, but stay in motion.
Stay and get the point out of the season. We talked about seasons when we started this we started the conversation. And I believe these moments in our lives when we do find time to do things that we're more passionate about, that you take the opportunity to do that. You take the opportunity to build what you've been looking for. You take that opportunity because time is precious. Yeah. So because something isn't open, that means that you have more time to do this. So do that. I never forgot. That's when I became an author for the first time. Yeah. Now I'm 3-time author going on 4. That's what life brings you. So you take those opportunities. I'm so glad you said to travel, Shima. Because that is, didn't I tell you, do the travel, girl. And I'm just so excited. I'll be calling you because you have to plan my European trip next year.
Yes.
My big birthday. So there you go. Now you got 2 clients.
That's right. That's right. So ladies, this has been a great comeback from our little sabbatical. And we will see you all next week right here on Fem Talk at 8:30 p.m. Don't forget to find us right here on Facebook or YouTube, or you can find us on the E360 TV network. We love you all out there, and we'll see you again next Tuesday.